And we know that that's what's really going on here. That's why this movement is being attacked, because it has been so effective in the face of Israel's genocide and our government's total complicity in it. It's absolutely outrageous attack on a principled, peaceful, and as I say, effective movement against Israel's genocide and for Palestinian human rights.
How you doing, brother? You alright? Okay, good.
Johnny, about
today? Huh?
Hello, mate.
How you doing, man?
How long have you been in?
I've just got here.
Oh, right.
I'm live, by the way. Just
okay. So we took these placards and our flags into the middle there. You'll notice here that they're saying defend the right to protest.
Yeah.
So we said, oh yeah, well we agree with that. As you know,
yeah.
Defend the right to protest. So we went in there, and of course immediately we got carried out, surrounded, pushed around, the usual stuff. Basically, we're just trying to make the simple point that
the irony.
The irony. They support protests for themselves.
Yeah.
The thing is, do you remember the background to this case? Why Benjamin's here? This is the one where they wanted to march on the BBC on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And the police had previously allowed them to march on the BBC in previous weeks, but on that particular occasion they wouldn't let them march to the BBC because there's a synagogue right near the BBC. And in previous weeks there's been a lot of hassle, people have felt uncomfortable. As you know, it doesn't matter whether if you have a yellow ribbon or anything like that that supports Israel, you'll get harassed as a Jew.
Yep.
So the police said, right, come on, not on a Saturday, you can do it on a Sunday, or you can do it at a different time, but not on a Saturday. What Ben Jamal, Jeremy Corbyn and a few others did, is they then assembled, they were given permission to assemble in Whitehall, but then what they did is they said, right, we're going to march. And they tried to break through Trafalgar Square. I think you were there actually, I've got a feeling you covered that. And then the police stopped them, arrested a few people, particularly arrested the ringleaders. The leadership of the Palestine Solidarity Campaign have basically said, you know, you've been encouraging people to break the law, so that's why they're here now. But what they're saying, oh, this is about us being silenced. You know, they think there's special rules for them. But, you know, when we come along and say, well, we want to protest as well, they say, oh, no chance, you know, you're Zionist or whatever.
What's good for the goose isn't good for the gander in this case.
They've got no idea what freedom of speech means. They've got no idea about the right to protest.
Helping that. It is completely complicit in everything Israel is doing. We know that in terms of military, we know that in terms of the surveillance flight, we know that in terms of the US fighter pilots from RAF Lebanon going to support Israel. And so that's why our protests are so important.
Good morning, everybody.
Why we have to go to these military bases to expose what is going on. We have no choice.
Right, let's just go through the list quickly. Who's there? Who's there? Kurz. Odoconio. Lawrence, I call you Lawrence for short. Choose one. Minnie, big up Minnie. Paul Essex in the house. Come on, sort it out, Paul. Sort it out. So, as you just heard there, Mark Burbeck explaining the irony of freedom to protest if you're on our side, kind of thing. He's already had some shtick already today, so we'll see how this pans out. It's a bit early for the radicals yet. They're probably still in bed, but they're probably on their way. So it looks for a very exciting morning. Oh yes.
The possibility of another attack, military assault on Iran, but also we know that Trump's global wars threaten us all. The real serious escalation.
Yeah, someone's in court they were protesting at the BBC, and because it was on a Saturday, they said no, because it's near a Jewish place of worship, and they thought it would be, you know, not nice, I guess. But they went crazy, went and done it anyway, and this is why they're all here. in defence of that particular person. So we'll see how it turns out.
I'm really delighted to introduce our next speaker, who has marched with us.
Mark Andrew, morning.
Demonstrations through rain, through sun, he's always been, and he was even interviewed by the police following the 18th of January.
So we'll have a little walk about in a sec. I need some light refreshments.
I was 19 years old and a refugee from the Canadian uprising when I came to this country. And what I found here was by comparison a peaceful, liberal democracy of Prime Minister Harold Macmillan. The UK was just
I thought I was early.
imperial adventuring swamps. But we were stopped by a single phone call from the US President. The situation in this country was relatively peaceful, and the idea of fascism simply was unthinkable then. I find that it is not unthinkable now, and I am extremely concerned about the direction of travel.
Yeah, very concerned.
I want to check back to some of my experiences of fascism.
Try and get all this sorted out. 1 second, guys. Gals.
Fascism first races global started in the 1920s, and it started with tackling the entry to university.
Waiting for Niak to show up. But when he shows up, it's going to get lively. As it always does. They fucking hate him. He's like a Millwall supporter. Everybody fucking hates him.
By 1940s, the racist rules were extremely humiliating and
Right, we're nearly there, folks. I'm just going to put that in a gimbal.
removal of origins from
And then we're good to go.
Universities and more use of trains, about the use of trains. Then came the compulsory wearing of yellow stars, having to live in buildings that were marked as yellow stars.
Right, let's get this lined up.
It culminated in deportations to Auschwitz by the summer of 44, something like 400,000 Jews were deported straight to Auschwitz from the countryside. The victims were much needed and spared.
There we go. Oh, yes.
Hungarian Jews victim of the Holocaust, much without report, he was
Oh, I'm getting some daggers, look. I'm getting some daggers. I do like a few daggers, old Roy boy. Oh, yeah. Fucking sick of it. Oh, yeah.
They found his body, exhumed his body after liberation. And
Let's look for some interesting characters. Oh, there's one. Hello. Lost for words.
the powers of technology. this poem was a cry from the heart, explaining how the regime was murderous, and it was really a warning for future generations. This takes us back to this country, where again we can see repression growing, and the danger is that if we don't resist step by step, then we will end up with similar full-blown fascism. If we look at the situation in Germany and the US, we already see much more brutal treatment of, on a regular basis, of all protesters. And we are not quite there yet, but unless we protest vigorously like now and always, we shall end up there. On January the 18th, I was standing right next to Chris Nynam and Ben Jamal, because I was part of the delegation.
Ben Jamal, I think he's the one in court.
The so-called delegation which carried bunches of flowers, intending to take it to the BBC in protest against the BBC's biased reporting of the genocide and
stop the war.
Ignoring much of the
That's Maya's hometown. Hi, Lisa.
We were stopped, and right in front of me, Chris Nynam was negotiating very peacefully with the police, when suddenly, from all directions, policemen converged on him.
Oh yeah, I know the feeling.
Took him down, piled on top of him.
Know the feeling.
It was an extremely violent act, a complete shock to see that. It was totally unnecessary. And I read it as it was a symbolic message to our movement of intimidation and future repressions to come. But like we can hear from Chris and Ben, this intimidation isn't working, and it's never going to work.
Say about that.
I just want to say that we have to, what we can do is to continue our movement, continue with our demonstrations, not allow them to diminish.
Sorry about that, quick phone call. 242 in the chat, only 25 likes. Come on, hit that like button. Get it up there. Has anyone seen CP reports? She's gone missing. Have a look. CP reports, there she is.
A single democratic Palestinian state.
In France! In France! There's one in France! It's in France! That's where it needs to be. Put it in France!
So what happened? What was the charge, CP? And did you get out this morning or last night?
Yes, I'd rather not. I mean, they'll be all over the place. Thank you for asking that.
Oh, that was a bit of courtesy. I've never seen that before at one of these.
He's got a pally badge on the back of him, so he's not hardly going to be in.
Yeah, he's the opposition.
You know, even the other fella now, just now, old Dave Mohammed.
Oh yeah.
He actually came over and asked me very politely, pointed the camera away. To them, it's all a bit of a game. You know,
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know how genuinely they really
believe
In such an age,
what they're, you know, is this just the latest fashion?
Yeah.
You know, there's no Just Stop Oil, there's no Extinction Rebellion, they're all here.
They're all here,
This
yeah.
is the new,
This is their
the
new job.
thing,
This
you
is
know.
their new contract.
They're on contract
We
with
see
the
'em-
IRGC and not Greenpeace.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, this summer it's IRGC,
Yeah.
not Greenpeace.
It's like all them ones that got nicked the other day. Lambs to the slaughter. You know what? They came out the other day. They said we need people, volunteers, to go and break the law in Westminster. So who turns up? All the Stop Oil crew,
Yeah, of course.
all the elderly, have come up there like lambs to the slaughter, and they sacrificed them. Not one of the radicals turned up.
No.
You know the ones who give us a lot of shit.
Yeah, never do.
None of them turned up.
Never do.
And they're all out afterwards saying, "Oh, this is so bad. Look, they've arrested everybody." Well, they broke the fucking law. It's that simple.
Thank you so much, Stephen. I'm really glad you found the
Section 4 public order,
for your continued efforts.
intentionally causing fear or provocation of violence.
We've got no word from inside
Oh, yes.
court yet. We're hoping that if they're processed quickly, Chris and Ben might be able to come out and join us again. We've still got a few more
Oh, I don't know
speakers.
about that,
One of
cuz.
the things we've built, as well as the mass movement, is a really strong coalition over the last 20 months. Really strong coalition of partners, 6 organisations who've come together to organise the protest, to organise this campaign that can get people on the streets time after time again. People who hadn't worked together before in
Big up AY in the chat.
but it's been a real testament
Respect, fella.
to the strength of our coalition those groups we
Yeah.
come together and work together.
The radicals ain't out of bed yet, man.
I'll be really proud to work alongside
Sick of it.
the Muslim Association of Britain. Now, next week is Ragad from the Muslim Association of Britain.
City old Bill, look. They don't fuck about. Sick of it. Piss me upon you. Oh.
We stand here today in solidarity. We stand in front of the court to demand justice, demand truth, and demand the dropping of all charges against Benjamin and Chris Snyder.
She's a joker, this one.
Their so-called crime
What's up, Ben?
is speaking
Good morning, my
out
friend.
against the genocide, marching for peace, defending human dignity. Let us be absolutely clear. Benjamin and Chris Snyder have done nothing wrong. They are not criminals. They are courageous voices against our government's complicity, and now the system wants to punish them. This is what it looks like when the mask falls off. This is what repression looks like in a so-called
Look at them
democracy.
daggers, mate.
Peaceful protesters dragged into courtrooms while war criminals walk free.
Big up, Carly.
While Gaza is reduced to rubble, Britain arms the occupation and prosecutes those who dare to resist it. Protest is our right. It is our duty. And when the law is used to protect genocide and punish those who oppose it, then it is not the protesters who are on trial, it is the state itself. So don't let anyone tell you this is about public order.
Oh.
This is about protecting power. But we are here to send the message back. We will not be silenced. We will not be intimidated. And we will never stop standing against the genocide and those complicit. Our demands today are simple and just. Drop all charges against Benjamin and Chris Snyder immediately. Respect the right to protest. This is a cornerstone of democracy. End the harassment of those who oppose genocide and apartheid. They are targeting
That's rude,
the
don't you think?
because of the power we hold.
Why are you being rude?
The power of
Get that out of my face.
disruption.
Get it out of my face.
Gaza is
Get
not
that
a distant
fucking flag out of my
argument,
face.
But a mirror held up to us.
You're an
all.
idiot. You're an idiot. I'm here reporting. What are you doing? If that touches me, I'm going to snap it in half. Do you understand?
Are refusing to look away.
Tell her to stop
Hey, you
doing
need to
it.
come behind the barrier.
No. What? They're trying to hit
Come
me.
behind the barrier.
No.
Yeah?
Section 17.
14.
Section
Section
17.
14 conditions in place.
Yeah.
Right? I think you're with that group. You're with them earlier. Okay.
I'm an
You
independent
obviously-
reporter, mate.
Okay. I don't think so. So if you're going to be here, you're going to be behind the barrier. Okay.
So now you're. So what are you saying? What are you saying?
I'm saying Section 14 could just in place.
You're putting me in
alright?
Section 14.
It's been put in place,
Yeah.
for counter protest to this demonstration. Okay, I believe you may be in breach of those conditions. All right, I'm asking you to just adhere to those conditions. Get behind the barrier.
Unbelievable.
Okay?
Unreal. That's two-tier policing right there. I'm not causing any dramas.
Okay.
People are
just an argument there.
people
So
are
there is
looking
drama,
at me and they're trying to intimidate me.
But there is drama, isn't there?
So why don't you speak to her and say don't antagonise
Because you've
people?
got the conditions under Section 14.
Come on, man.
Okay?
That's ridiculous,
Mate,
right?
it is what it is.
No, that's cheap. That's cheap. You see that? Sorry. Hello, sir. You're
So
right.
obviously, this is our condition. You've been in with these persons already. If you still part of the process, you can't be wandering outside doing it. If you're going to remain here, you have to stay in the conditioned area. If you don't, then you're breaching those conditions for which you could be liable to arrest. Just use your common sense for this. You're here, you're part of the protest. I consider you to be as such. You need to be in that area or leave the event in its entirety. If you stay in, you need to be in the conditioned area, okay?
Fair enough.
Thanks.
All right. Cheers. I'm not going to argue with City Old Bill. Okay, now I've been condemned. Condemned. What a load of bollocks, man. Fuck.
Stop bombing Gaza! Stop bombing Israel!
Release the hostages! Release the hostages!
Israel!
Release the hostages!
Free!
Isn't it funny how they get their own way all the time? And it's, I'm not going to fucking spend the night in the booth. No way. But as soon as City Old Bill start talking, man, I'm telling you, they're ruthless motherfuckers. And I've been, I've had the wrath of them many times in the past. And I'm sure you don't want me to get nicked, do you? Really?
Today, I'm coming right.
Fucking sick of it.
Today, as we know, is the 20th anniversary.
No, I'm alright, man. I know what I'm doing.
7/7. An act of real terrorism.
I don't know where Mark's gone. Mark's like shot off somewhere.
We're also here with Benjamin.
But we should stay here and see what happens.
And I was alongside them, as I was alongside Sophie.
Indeed, free London from this fucking madness.
On
Yes, Jeff, I had a wonderful time at the gay parade.
on the eve.
It was funny. Let's just say that it was it was really, really funny.
3 months later, when the ceasefire.
Well, there's only one Israel flag here at the moment.
I went to the same day as
Mark
Stephen,
got in there. He got a section 14. He got section 14.
and what 3 days after that ceasefire that we. After that ceasefire, the day after the protest. On that day, it was 3 days after the ceasefire broke. 600.
You know what? You're not on your own there. People saying they can't believe this is England.
180 of them children.
It's
And now we stand.
it is crazy, man. When you really think about what's going on here. They're screaming for their rights to protest.
At the White House.
Yeah, they don't want us to document it. They don't want us to have a say. It's ridiculous.
Have been killed.
But the more it goes on, the more stupid they look.
Gaza has been brought to the edge of famine.
Oh, look.
No, it's not.
And
You're
those
lying.
stars
You're lying.
are
Hamas
shot
keep
at.
kidnapping them. Hamas
Those
steal all the
stars
aid.
are shot at.
Hamas steals the aid.
And that was the consciousness that we were
Look.
holding
Profanities.
6 months ago.
Public order. Behave yourself.
Brings us here on this day. That is a week after.
Powerful. That's
the
so
courts of
powerful.
this country
Yeah, that makes you a big man, right?
stood on the
That makes you a big man.
of
Yeah.
the government's
Okay.
right to send F-35 parts
What a clown.
to bomb.
You're a clown. You're a clown.
Have you released the hostages? Release the hostages. Release the hostages. Stop hiding behind your children. Stop hiding behind your children. Release the hostages. Stop lying. You're a liar.
He's fucking sick of it, isn't he?
Yeah, really, what have they done? Shouted a few slogans. They should go over there if they believe it so much.
Law, the duty to prevent genocide. Those two people
Lisa, if you're in the chat, can you slow it down?
are most in this
Going crazy, mate.
to fight for the duty to prevent genocide. The reason the courts in this country and the politicians.
So the court's in session now, I think.
And the politicians.
Is Mark gone inside? Is Mark gone in? Mark gone in? Yeah, okay. So Mark's gone in to to listen to the case. And we'll wait for him to come out and let us know what's going on in.
That are absolutely necessary, and that we and our movement and the millions of people who have been marching with us month after month across the world are standing up for, because we have a deficit of democracy in our world.
Oh mate, I couldn't do that job for all the tea in China, mate.
As I said at the beginning,
I was watching them the other day,
this is the
sitting in their carriers, as they call them. TSG vans, and they had a bag of rubbish full of fucking sandwiches and Red Bull, all sitting down on their TikTok. Funny it was. They're sitting there all day long getting paid overtime and everything. Sick of it. I'm on my chod here, look, there's no one here, just me. Section 14 off into a pen. Sick of it.
We saw women parliamentarians stand on the 97th anniversary of the vote.
No, they're not Smithy.
And then going off to vote to prescribe Palestine action. The absurdity of
Oh, the absurdity. It's outrageous. Sick of it.
which we truly reflect on what terrorism is, and I say this as someone who has played terrorists in film. I say this as
Someone who's played the terrorist.
and spoken with the families of those killed in 1993.
Who's this fella?
It's heartbreaking to see what is happening to this country.
Yep, sure is.
And so I invite us all to hold a minute of silence.
Carl Mids is all out of bubblegum, mate. I know how you feel.
And I invite us to reflect in that minute.
No, most of them are paid to do this. You know, they appear in all the Stop the Oil and fucking Rebellion, Extinction and all that shite. Same places, you see them at all the different places, so we know they're all paid. But the rowdy one, minute silence. Oh yeah. So really, the old Bill marked my card here, didn't they? Putting me here. Okay, look at him. He's the only fucking opposition, and I'm not opposition. I'm fucking just here to let you know what's going on. All they got to do is wave a flag, get your goat up, and you're on the naughty step. Fucking sick of it. This live stream is loser behaviour. Lol. Flair. What makes you say such a thing? I'm showing my audience what's going on. What are you doing? Sitting in bed? Well, Kara, I'm not here to get arrested, my friend.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Chris.
Especially not by these massive goons.
Thank you.
The Met Police you can have a little debate with. You know, you can kind of, you know, chuck Section 17 in their face and, you know, get them to walk away. stand your ground. But when City Old Bill move in, mate, they're just not. They don't care. If they deem you as a problem, then you're fucked, mate. You're out.
Building support for the Palestine movement in trade unions in this country. Please welcome Kevin Courtney, former General Secretary of the National Education Union.
Oh my God. This guy, part of the brainwashing
Thank you, Alex. Alex, my name's Kevin
in universities over the last 10, 15 years.
National Education Movement.
National brainwashing movement, more like it. Sick of it.
Platforms that you get available to you. I was for a short while the international spokesperson for the TUC General Council, and I think it's vital that trade unions speak out on the question of Palestine. These court cases against Ben Jamal, against Chris Leitner, and now against Sophie Bolt and Alex Kenny are a democratic outrage. They are a part of a pattern of suppression.
They broke the law. They were told not allowed, and they did it. They defiantly went about doing it.
There are new laws,
and
new interventions into the public space.
there's consequences when you overstep the mark. You push the boundaries, all well and good, but it's like the 29 arrests.
Freedom of speech and free expression.
The other day was
trying to curtail the freedom to assemble and march.
Was lambs to the slaughter.
They are trying to curtail the freedom to organise. Ask the now banned organisations. These democratic outrages are all in a context. The context of Israel committing a genocide that its leading politicians speak about. The context of Keir Starmer's government continuing to send weapons to Israel during that genocide. The context where BBC journalists argue down guests who say it's a genocide. Where, according to the Centre for Media Monitoring, the BBC uses the word murder 220 times for Israeli deaths against once for Palestinians. That's the context of the demonstration that we were engaged in January the 18th when we wanted to march to the BBC. The main context is that the political establishment is losing the argument, that people see the truth, and that is of course why they are reaching for these increasingly heavy-handed methods. They want to frighten people away from protest because they are losing the argument, but they are overreaching. They are making
Big up one night, Dave. How you doing, fella? Cheeky chops. What's happening?
All the more biased, all the more complicit. And I think we have to take heart from that. No sensible government would be taking these measures if they weren't already.
He's doing my head in.
You have sustained.
Fucking doing my head in ears. Sick of it. Heard it all before.
The political establishment in this country couldn't imagine. We have to carry on speaking the truth. We have to carry on saying that Gaza genocide is the issue. We have to carry on demanding our freedom to speak, to organise,
Good day, Rob.
to assemble.
Thanks for coming in, my friend.
Demanding boycott, divestment and sanctions.
So,
We are speaking to the truth. We are speaking
what we're waiting for here is
good luck.
the verdict. I think it's going to be an early. It's a pretty straightforward case, actually. And what time is it? It is now 10:30, coming up to 10:30. So around about 11 o'clock, we'll see the radicals show up. The ones that haven't got restricted orders on them. And then once they see me, it's like, it's all over. You're not allowed.
Are you going back in the...
I'm not going over there.
No, this is where you've been asked to stay. Behind that barrier or away, you need to be arrested. This is your last chance.
Wow, alright, fair enough. Look, I just stepped across that and they're threatening me with arrest. Unbelievable. I should get my passport out and just wave it and say what?
In a recent speech to the United Nations Human Rights Council,
You know what? I think some of these old bills are sympathetic to these Prelude crew.
Is apocalyptic. Israel is responsible for one of the cruelest genocides in modern history. She calls for a ceasefire, for states to suspend all trade agreements with Israel, to impose full arms embargoes, and to ensure companies face legal consequences for their involvement.
Get in there, Ben. You know how to do it. Fucking sick of it.
This is exactly what we have been calling for on the streets of London, month in, month out, over the last 21 months. Peaceful demonstrations.
Come on, nick him.
Of ever larger numbers
Not allowed to do that.
of ordinary people from across the breadth of the UK have cried out to the government for these demands to be heard and to be met in the name of all that is just, moral, and humane. Why then is this Prime Minister and his Home Secretary clamping down with ever greater repression on those who are simply reiterating the demands of the United Nations, the very UN to which we signed up in 1945 to ensure that a genocide such as that the world had witnessed in World War II would never be repeated? Why are we seeing old age pensioners sitting peacefully around the statue of Gandhi in
Lady Jane, welcome.
pulled off into police hands?
I'm just sitting down here. I've been condemned to this pen. I'm on my Jack Jones. Sick of it.
Butchery and starvation.
So I'm going to read the
And
chat.
why are these two men today facing a court case for their entirely calm, responsible and peaceful actions on January the 19th?
Oh, that's fine, Jane. Thank you for coming in, showing a bit of support.
It was only from the police.
God, yeah, of course they are, man. They want to nick me. They want me out of it because they know when the hardcore radicals show up, they're just going to see me and they're going to start, you know.
Which took him to a police cell where he was detained for 27 hours.
Oh, what?
We should not have to be
27 hours? Niak was fucking detained for 48 hours on a Moody Section 14. 48 hours they kept him in. Unbelievable. And then he gets thrown out of court. And it's like, what? What was all that about, you know? Come on, we've got 91 likes, 336 in. Come on, double tap that phone if you're on the phone. I'm guessing most of the people watching me actually are watching me on the phone, which is why I got some decent numbers up. CP was released by Wadwick. Wadwick released. CP reports. Oh, what's going on, fella? Fucking hell, I just got threatened with arrest 2 times. One more, Section 14, yeah. What for? Because I stepped out of this. I went over there, I was independent journalist. Exactly. I got hit in the head with a fucking flag, Paddy flag, by a steward, no less. And I told her to get the fuck away, and they come after me. Did you go inside? Is it up and running? What do you reckon? How long?
No, I've got to get off to work.
Right, okay. Mark's in there, is he?
Yeah. Their right to self-government. You will not succeed in repressing the spirit of this movement. This movement that is defined.
Yes! Oh, I tried not to get anyone behind me at the old gay pride. But I'll tell you what, it was funny. It was hilarious, man. Someone said to me, Roy, sort it out, man. You've got loads of little shorts on there.
They have seen.
I've got to do some editing, I suppose. Dig them out because it is so funny. They're sending reinforcements from Charing Cross. Oh yes, for little old me on my own. Well, little old me.
Children throwing at the bodies of their dead mothers, crying for them to wake up. Dust choked men squeezing between broken rafters and
yeah, the rowdies won't be here till fucking. They're just getting out of bed now, mate. They're just calling out their pits. Seeing that I'm online and going, fucking hell, let's get up there. Get him. I don't know, Louis said he was going to show up today, but he's not showed up.
So I say the government don't think for 1 minute that you're appealing to some electoral base. Thank you for it. You have brought only shame
bed. I woke him up this morning, but he didn't want to get out of bed. He was on his flaming fucking Ferraris last night, probably at the casino.
But today, there is one word we must hold up to our rights. The word justice.
I think CP is not allowed.
We must continue to do so, or we are in very prison.
I don't know.
Justice for Chris Niner and Benjamin, and justice for the Palestinian people.
Well, she turns up there, take the heat off me.
Thank you so much, Julia.
Big up, Sean.
Special thanks to Julia, who went to City Magistrates Court on the Oxford did still make it over here, so thank you for making that effort, Julia. We just saw Ben, I don't know if we can still see him up there behind us, but we think they can hear us in the court, so let's just give him a little time and then I'll introduce the next speaker. So when I say defend the right to protest, you say what the charges now. Really, really loud. Defend the right to protest!
Not the gun,
Defend the right to protest!
Yes, Jane, I'm the only one here. I'm on with Jack Jones.
Defend the right to protest! Thanks very much. So, our next speaker,
They're like sheep.
another part of the coalition that's brought thousands onto the streets as part of our demonstrations is Adnan from Friends of Al-Aqsa. Palestinian Forum of Britain. Sorry, I got to get all the way around. I'm always doing that. Palestinian Forum.
Someone's got to do it, Jane. Someone's got to be here, isn't they?
Salam for you all from Palestine. Salam for all you.
It went a bit crazy yesterday, didn't it?
I'm especially grateful for Ben
I kind of missed out yesterday, but I had other things to do, man. And Sunday is a special day for me. There you go. Kerry Lee, Jesus is the way, the truth and the life. Morning, crooks. Well, it's because I'm not allowed. My presence might upset somebody. Sick of it. I'm on a watch list. No, I'm not totally alone. Well, I hope you feel a lot better today, Sean.
It's not only a terrorist campaign. Benjamin, it's not only a terrorist campaign for Palestine.
Salvador. No, it doesn't work that way.
He represents the peaceful conscience of a growing movement that believes in freedom and dignity for all.
Oh, you know what, Sean? The whole last 2 weeks has been absolutely on fire for me. Absolutely crazy numbers. Oh yeah, did they take CP's phone and bits and bobs up there? Because that's what they normally do. Big up, Sandra. Amen. Well, they're not going to keep seeing CP in too long. She's got connections in the Met, apparently, allegedly.
For justice and for the right.
Grinds my bones, that fucking chant. Clayton.
From the sea to the river. Free, free. Free, free.
If I got up and shouted the destruction of all Palestinians, which is what they're singing now, I'd be arrested.
Our last speaker now, who is again one of the members of the organisations that put on the national demonstrations.
Because I'm deemed a threat, and because they saw me shake hands with Mark Burbeck and do an interview with him, they decided that I'm one of them. So not allowed. Sick of it. But it will get a bit more exciting once the verdict's in, once the case is all done and dusted, or it's adjourned or whatever.
Everyone who is unjustly being put in prison, everyone who has to go through the ordeal.
Should get a bit lively.
What's going to happen before they go to court? Because really and truly, we can't actually rely on this court.
Oh well, she fell over a bollard. I watched a bit of that, but I was in the middle of things, so I couldn't watch it all. But fucking Welshie, man, I love a bit of Welshie, man. He makes me laugh, and he's hardcore. He's Welshie. He's hardcore, mate. Yucky da boyo, fucking Welshie like.
And to pray that those who are in power, who sit
Matt,
on those benches, actually abide by international law.
it would appear to be that way.
And they come to those senses that yes, everyone who is standing up for justice, everyone who they unjustly,
Jukes, big up Jukes. Thanks for coming in, girl.
including the charges.
What am I smoking? Oh, come on. Do you want to take it apart? Oh, you're kidding me. They're going to do me for drugs, look. Serious? Oh, no. What's the opium?
For the purpose of a search under Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act.
Really?
The reason for that, okay, I just caught a very strong smell
It's not me.
of cannabis.
Do you want to smell that? Do you want to take that and smell it?
Yourself. Okay, and I'll see what you're smoking with your hand. Okay, I suspect behaviour from you.
Right.
Okay, my name is Peter Johnson. I'm a tax uplist control base.
Yeah.
Okay, at the end of this search, you'll be entitled to a copy of the search record.
Right.
Okay, we are going to search the
Can you believe this? No, I haven't.
Have you anything sharp that's going to cause me pain or injury?
No.
Just take your hands right out of the pocket for me. Just give that thing for a... Just stay up.
I'll just put this there, yeah?
You're welcome to the garden.
And we will not stop. And this is why they are afraid. This is why continue to put their power, to show their power. But their power is no weakness. Their power, believe me, is weakness. They have nowhere to go. And when they crush, when they try to crush us, when they put us in a test of fire, as they do now, this only strengthens us. This only binds us. This only bonds us stronger and stronger and stronger. And this cannot be beaten. This cannot be broken. This will resist. This will resist until we see a free Palestine. Until we see the freedom of the Palestinian people. This is us. This is us. Put your fist in the air. Believe resist to Palestine. See. And take this energy back with you. Because as I said, the work is not done. Every single demonstration, people fed up with me saying, you know what, this demonstration is just as important as the last. This demonstration is so important. Guess what? This demonstration coming up is so important. Do you know why it's important? This demonstration is so important because this comes on the back of all these court cases. This comes back on the back of all the intimidation by the state, by the police coming behind you. This comes at a time when we see Israel now actually going to push harder. This comes when Hunger Games is taking out real life in Gaza. When babies are being killed because there's no formula being let in by Israel. This comes at a time when summer holidays will begin in the UK. When our kids will be deciding how to chill out with our kids. The kids in Gaza and their parents and families, they have no chill out time. So I would implore, beg everyone from a family, show up for families. They've been in school all these weeks, but show them the education of life. Show them the education of solidarity. Show them the education of humanity. So on Saturday, 19th of July, bring your friends, your family, your little, your nephews, your nieces to bang at 12 o'clock and free. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bill. That's quite a good note to
Saturday, the 19th of July. The last two national demonstrations have been bigger in numbers than perhaps some of the ones that immediately preceded it, and they've had such a great atmosphere to them. So we're doing the Bridges Walk, we'll be assembling on embankment, going over one bridge, back over the other, so make sure we're all there in the numbers that we have been more recently. We think Brisbane is still waiting. We just saw ourselves, and we think we're still waiting for that. So we're going to bring this rally to a conclusion. Some people will be waiting to see whether we want to get around and see if any push come out. But it could be a while. The last time Chris was in, it was a few hours until we saw him again. So there's no guarantees when they might be out. But we'll keep you informed. We go to the so we're going to finish off now with a bit of chanting led by CE, but then you're free to go.
As loud as they can. Thank you so much for everyone being here today. Breathe, breathe. Breathe, breathe. Breathe, breathe. Breathe, breathe. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. From the sea to the river. From the sea to the river. In our thousands, in our millions. In our thousands, in our millions. Breathe, breathe. Thank you so much for coming, everyone.
Yes, no, I appreciate that.
I'll get pulled up.
No, I can see that now. It may be, well, it appears to be a coincidence that that smell has come past. I don't turn around and see any smoking, but that is what it is. You are entitled to a copy of the song. Yes, of course you can. Give me a few moments to rub one.
HNK. Well, what a drama, eh? They tried it. They tried it. Fuck it.
Give me your details.
No, I don't need my details. No.
Are you correct? I don't need them. I purely to fill in those boxes. But
No, I don't want to give it. No.
That's fine.
Jeez. Can't make it up, jeez. They just want me out of here, that's all. Look at all these, like, they're loving it. I'll be all over their channels later on. So then I got arrested.
So one of the boxes on here asks what you consider your ethnic background to be.
My ethnic background?
Yes, it's your opinion on what you believe yourself to be.
None of it.
None of those?
No.
No problem.
So the reason was you smelt cannabis and you thought it was me?
Yes, pretty much. I've explained it to you sort of full grounds already.
Right, that's fine.
So I'm going to record them here.
You've got all your details on there, haven't you, yet?
Yeah, I do.
I don't think anyone snitched on me. I think they just wanted me out of the area, to be honest. They see me as a threat, and I'm not a threat to anybody, you know. So they're all waiting for them to put the cuffs on. Look at them all, look. They're all like, oh, he's going to get arrested. I ain't getting arrested, I'm putting in a claim. Oh, yes. Sick of it. Salvador, I reckon I've got thousands watching already, my friend. What's up, Jay? Hold on, let me just sort this out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I suppose it's a good job I didn't have my angle grinder in my bag. I wonder what they'd have thought about that. Sick of it. What are you doing with this angle grinder and this blade and this fucking all these tools? Oh, it's my business. It's what I do. PC joint finder. Failed. Unbelievable. At least I'm getting a paper version. I ain't got to go to the old cop shop and queue up for hours and ask for one, which is nice. Do you know what, Kara? It's part of the it's protocol, you know, when you're doing these things. When you're a journalist and they deem you as a threat, you're going to get all this. You're going to get all this.
This is for you, okay? You've got the search grounds there. My details just at the bottom there. PC Johnson, there's my warrant number. That's where I'm based.
All right.
And I've got there the part where I ask for your details. I've written refused.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent. Thank you.
Do you think you made a mistake?
No.
You don't think you made a mistake?
No, I've allayed my suspicion, sir. Okay.
Right. You know, for smoking a spliff. Wrong un. Right there. Well, I should be putting in a claim. That should get me the new camera. What? What? Get out of here. Get out of here. What? Have I been arrested?
I don't know.
No, you all excited about the fact that I was harassed? Yeah? Get out of here. You're wrong un. Get out of here. Nick him. Nick him. Look at him, silly old duffer. He don't even know why he's here. Come on, talk to him. Section 14. I can smell cannabis. Can you smell cannabis? Type 1 if you can smell cannabis. Fucking sick of it. Definitely needs a fucking search. Look, I'm on with Jack Jones. Hello, hello, hello. What's all this going on here then? I can smell cannabis. Fucking sick of it. Oh dear. No, you got to expect it. You've got to expect it. And today, when you're in this neck of the woods, you don't want to have nothing on you. I mean, you know they're going to try something on you. You know they're going to try and give it Jack the Biscuit. Do whatever they can to fuck you up, man. And fuck the old Bill. You know, he didn't even search my back pockets, I don't think. Yeah, look, there's Abdul. I bet he was loving that. Where's Abdul? Look, there he is. Abdul the Bulbul the Bear. Look at him, lanky string of piss. He's about 6'5" the cunt. Look at him. He married a Pakistani and converted to Islam. Fucking hell. Changed his name to Abdul. Can't make it up. What's up, Abdul? How you doing, bro? Press. you got your press hat, did ya? You got your press hat. What's up? What's going on? What's going on?
Alright, how are you?
I'm good, man. I've just been searched
Why?
because they said I was smoking weed. Can you believe it? I've had a section 14 threatened, and then I get searched for smoking marijuana, which is bollocks, basically. Don't you think that's taking the piss? Is that marijuana? Do you think it's marijuana? Do you think? Of course it is. It's a roll-up. It's a roll-up. But see, you know, it just don't happen to people like you. It happens to all of us.
Are you the only one that's come to that?
No, there's a few people there, but they're in court. I'm just out here taking all the harassment and getting a claim in, you know, a couple of grand for a day's work. Not bad, eh? So what's the plan for today? What's with the mask? What's with the mask?
I was on the train. I don't want to catch any germs, innit?
You're a fucking germaphobe. You're a germaphobe.
You won't believe what they did to me, right?
Go on.
You'll find this funny, right? So this is today's metro, yeah? So
Yeah.
This is before prescription, okay? So just, you know, I'm showing something that's actually good. You see that, yeah?
What's that?
You see Donald Trump?
Where?
You see Donald Trump?
Yeah.
That's me behind him. They covered my face with Donald Trump.
Well done. You're famous. You made the fucking metro with Donald Trumk. There you go.
I was on every freaking news channel on Friday night.
Make a t-shirt and sell it.
No, you can't. You're not allowed to. Obviously, we can't obviously do that.
Well, can't do a lot of things. No, I don't think so. I've not seen her.
So you got no mates here today, man?
Sorry?
You got none of your mates here today?
I don't need no one. I'm an independent. I do my shit on my own.
I see you're an independent press.
Of course I am, yeah.
Same.
You know that. You know that. We've had our conversations.
Yeah.
And he doesn't believe it. You know, everyone accuses me this, that, and the other. But we've all got our opinions. But I'm here.
You're not actually a Zionist, are you? You're just a.
I'm not. I'm a Christian.
War campaigner, aren't you?
I'm an anti-war guy. I'm a humanitarian. That's all I am.
Well, I just didn't like it what you said to Annie. That's all. When you said the
Because have you seen what she said to me?
No, I didn't see
Right, she said some horrible things to me, which is outrageous. And I've reached out to her. I've actually reached out to her.
Oh,
You know, I said that I thought.
She's a nice woman, man. She just like.
Well, she just don't want to listen.
She's just very passionate about what she does, isn't it?
Yeah, but you got to have ears as well as eyes. You know, you have to communicate. Otherwise, you know, you just look stupid. Your whole campaign is pointless. So, anyway, I'll let you get on, brother. See you soon. Fucking sick of it. Come over to gloat a little bit. But that's fair enough. He's alright, old fucking Abdul. Funny shit, man. Look, basically, burn the TV. Yeah, I'm on the right side. I've got an opinion. Of course I have, but I'm also still an independent. You know, and I'll grab the goodies whatever side delivers them. You know what I mean? But they've just got an inbuilt hate. Like he said, oh, Annie's a nice person. Maybe she is a nice person. I don't know. I've never got to see that side of her. You know, all I see is like abuse. Every time she sees me, she gets in my face and starts threatening me and saying some silly things, which is ridiculous. Right, now where can I skin up a joint? Fucking hell. Gotta be honest, that wasn't really a good search. So God's on my side. So I don't know what's going on with the case as yet. We shall see. LTG, good morning. Oh, you missed all the fun and games, LT. I've been arrested, I've been searched, I've had a section 14 warning.
The bus who was the first ones out awake from 11 o'clock, just when the numbers are thinned out a little bit, and then we'll start to thin it out a little bit more, and then we'll wait and see, okay? Alright, folks. Cheers.
There you go. There's the information everyone wanted. So they're going to start clearing them out in a sec. Fucking sick of it. Yes. So that's handy. That's my my first claim in. It's all on. It's all on video. I mean, they did target me. There's no two ways about it. They absolutely targeted me. And that old fucking chestnut. I smell cannabis. I couldn't smell any cannabis. And if anyone was smoking, I'll be the first one to go, right, who's smoking? They're watching me to fucking throw my cigarette on the floor and have me dump the fucking litter in. I'll leave it up. You can go back and have a look. I won't make this one private. I want everyone to see how they behaved. It's outrageous. But they're all thinning out now, so they've been told to get the fuck out of here. I might go for a walkabout after I get something to eat. Have a chill. Big up everyone for coming in. Really, really appreciate it. Jeff, I think he knew what he was doing. They saw me smoking and they thought, yeah, there's an excuse. We can have him, we can search him and see what he's got, you know. Because in their minds, you know, certain people have been telling certain policemen that I'm a troublemaker and that I call shit. And I know this for a fact. But you'll find out more about that later on. So, you know, I'm a marked man with these people. And like I say, you're going to get it. It's the rough with the smooth, you know. Yes, no prizes for guessing who, Jojo. But this is what you got to put up with. So, you know, you got to come prepared in that sense. You know, not just bring a bottle of water and all the essentials, but you've got to be prepared to get searched, stopped and searched, because you know, they know that they can abuse their powers, and that's just how it is, I guess. Scarface, they don't want to hurt their feelings. Of course they don't. And the irony is they're here about free speech, man, and yet they don't want us to have free speech. And it's just fucking crazy stuff, man. To be honest with you, AJ, I think she set herself up. What on earth did she think she was doing going to that gathering? You know, it wasn't a pally protest. It was a religious thing that's been going on for 1400 years. A dispute between two families that got martyred. And they're Shia. And they're dodgy, mate. Whole load of them went into Speaker's Corner yesterday, like rowdy teenagers. Started throwing bottles and everything at the police and Christians. And you know what? They arrested one guy and then they let him go. They let him go. Because there was like 10,000 of them just across the street in Marble Arch. And they didn't want to upset the mozzies, Not allowed. So I let him go. It's not that, it's that they're run by a fucking muzzrat. You know, Sadiq Khan, he is a dangerous chap. And he's calling the shots. So they're just doing as they're told. They're following orders from their quarters. It's weak policing. You know, and they're all the same. Like people say, some of them are good, some of them are... They're all part of the same club. And they'll pull ranks on you, no matter what. Fucking sick of it. Well, I'm gonna wait for Mark, see what he's saying. It's looking a little bit bleak at the moment, so I might call it a day. But we'll stick around for a little bit, see what happens. I don't know where these lot are going to end up, if I'm honest. Fucking sick of it. What palaver, all that fucking around that they've done there, look. To say the same old dribble that they've been saying week in, week out. I don't know what's happened there, but my chat has frozen up. There we go. Sorted it. What's up, Jay? How you doing, fella? Big up. Morning, Scottish. Let's roll one. Get my roars out. I'm gonna think I'm spinning up. Well, that was eventful, wasn't it? I'm laughing all the way to the bank on this one, man. All the way to the bank. Oh yes. Oh, I do believe by the time I get down to Trafalgar, I might jump in a cab or do a walkabout, I don't know. I'm offended. I'm offended. HNK supporters, buy me a coffee here. Come on, Lisa. Yes. See how that one pans out. Well, something's got to happen because what I believe is going on is I think there's a conspiracy to start a civil unrest, without a doubt. And it's getting closer and closer to what's going on in France, which is quite daunting, really. Like, they're moving in to tell them to get the fuck out of here. Nah, Scott Vett. It's oh no, I've got to go and see my boys now, man. Fuck's sake, find out. Let's go. I got fucking arrested, bro.
Sorry?
I got arrested.
You joking?
No. Section 14. He threatened me. He said one more time. So I got told to stay in here. I've just stood out there, they come up to me and said, "You're right, that's your last warning, section 14, you're gonna get nicked." So I went, "Alright, sweet, I'll just stay here." I sat down here. Hold on, we're talking. And so he said, I sat down here, I was all quiet. And then I can smell cannabis.
Yeah?
I said, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I've got a strong whiff of cannabis. I believe you're smoking cannabis." And they give me a strip search. You couldn't make it up.
Took you in the van or something?
No, they done it here. Search me. They didn't find nothing, obviously, but
What? And then, so
he just said I could smell. Yeah,
Right.
I got me. There's my my search ticket. That's my compensation. That's my ticket. That's a holiday for me. So I'll be having them up.
God, I'm sorry about
Yes, look at these. You've had one of these, didn't you? They said I was smoking cannabis. So they give me a fucking strip search.
And you carried on live streaming?
I was live streaming all the way, yeah. They was loving it. So there's my ticket to Spain next year.
Viewing figures have gone through the roof.
Unbelievable. But yeah, it's just what my audience wanted, wasn't it? A little bit of action and a win. And old Abdul. What did Abdul have to say?
He said, what are you doing?
He doesn't know what he's doing.
I'm here because of my case.
So it's busy in there, I'll tell you.
So what happened?
We've got Reginald D. Hunter's in there.
Oh yeah, oh Reggie.
Because the CAA, the Campaign Against Anti-Semitism, have taken out a private prosecution against him for some anti-Semitic statements that they made, and he failed to turn up for this private prosecution, so they put out a warrant for his arrest.
Wow.
So he had to come here. We've seen Ben Jamal, Lindsay German, the whole...
All the criminal ones.
All the crooks.
Supporting
Sick of it.
Palestine, and they're in there, so they went in for their appearance.
Yeah.
Then we had NIAC's appearance. Yours was adjourned because they didn't produce any...
No, actually we are asking for get the evidence from the court for fourth time. This is the fourth time.
Fourth.
3 times before they asking for to get the, we can go live. The guy came out.
Let's get the money shot. I don't know who he is. Who's that? Who's that? Is that Reginald? Is that Reggie? Yeah. Okay.
He was anti-Semitic before it was cool to be anti-Semitic.
Yeah, NIAC's over there.
So NIAC's case has been adjourned, like you said, that's the
fourth time, yeah.
So that's the Section 14 one that happened outside the Francesco Albanese event.
Yep.
So he was filming with his press bib on.
Yep.
The police told him to move to a certain area. He moved to that area, carried on filming, and then suddenly they arrested him.
Yeah.
So that's... And then my case in October, that's coming up in October, the police are supposed to have produced the body-worn footage, the body-worn camera footage.
Has it gone missing?
Yeah, well, they're supposed to have produced it by the end of June, which they haven't done.
Yeah.
So what the lawyers have done is they've kind of put loads of... Say again? Hello? I like to be a little bit unpredictable, you know. So we spoke outside Downing Street, didn't we? Yeah. It was a very pleasant conversation, though, I do recall.
He's talking to Abdul. Abdul, look. I said, we got a mask on, boy.
That's not a death threat, is it?
Oh, is he? Did he cut his throat there? Yeah, loaded fingers. Fucking sick of it.
Yeah, so the legal team basically said, well, we've got to get in there quick and say, right, come on, produce this, put pressure on them. The judge has said they've got 2 weeks to produce it. So
yeah, and they're going to chuck it out. They're just going to chuck it out. There's nothing there. It's intimidation, that's all it is. And they proved it here today, you know. Coming up to me and saying I smell cannabis. If anyone was smoking cannabis, I would have smelled it. I know what it smells like, you know. I know exactly what it smells like, and it was all fake bullshit.
You guys, I mean, you citizen journalists, you're getting pushed around all over the place. I mean, poor old CP got arrested yesterday.
Yeah.
She got her finger damaged. I mean, you guys are out there. And now getting harassed by the police. So before it was harassed by the anti-Israel crowd. Yeah. But now you guys are, you know.
Well, our cards are marked. Our cards are marked because you know I'm allegedly a troublemaker.
Yeah.
So, and I'm on the book. Right, there you go. I do what I do because you know it's my right to do what I do, and I'm on the right side of good. You know. And the whole world is just good and evil, you know. And
people like you weren't doing this, nobody would see the kind of things.
No one would be aware. Exactly. Yeah, it does. It's a wake-up call for everybody, man.
In all sorts of issues.
Absolutely, 100%.
Not just this issue, but all the issues that you guys follow.
Yeah.
Really impressive.
Yeah. No, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Especially when you get a ticket for an holiday next year. Oh yes. It's well worth it. What are you up to now, lads? What are you up to, Niak? What are you up to?
What shall I say? What shall I explain? 3 times here for nothing. Wasting our time, our money for nothing.
Yes.
The police should actually provide their evidence against me. They don't have anything. But, you know, still ongoing, you know, cases, court, you know, they're just embarrassing themselves.
Absolutely. They're making a mockery of the law, is what they're doing.
I have 2 different cases about those matters. One case with Mark, same actually issue, but it's same. They lie. They made the case to stop us, you know, to shut us down.
To shut us up, that's the thing.
But I promise them, they never, ever can stop us.
Big up, Niak. Big up, Niak.
Come on!
Come on! Sing of it! Couldn't resist it. Trying to get a loud one in there. Absolutely blind.
I have a message.
Big up, Niak. Our people love you, bro.
But I have a message for your viewer. I'm sick of it.
He's fucking sick of it. Come on, big up, Night. This is what it's all about, man.
It's 11:11.
Is it 11:11? Yes. I wish that my claim goes through quickly and efficiently.
My wish is UK being free from free Palestine.
Yeah. One day we might get it. Look at the love arts for Niak in the room. Everyone loves you, bro.
Thank you.
Big love from Liverpool. Look at that, Jazz. Big up.
Love you all.
So today has been an accomplishment, I think. I think we've made a mockery of the law. I mean, they're not embarrassed. They don't give a shit. As long as they get their mortgage and their car rental payments, they don't give a shit about us.
two different stories you have.
Yes, please.
One,
Their
the
ignorances.
memorial, and
Yeah.
the second one, the photos.
Yes. Yeah, well, I posted the,
Memorial?
so, yeah, I did some photos earlier from the memorial.
Okay.
And then, well, what are we going to have a coffee?
That's fun.
Yeah?
I didn't film with you together.
Oh, I wasn't
Explain.
sure whether that was...
Yeah. Let's do it.
Are you going to do a little interview? Sweet.
Are you going to wait until Benjamin comes out, or are you going to...
I'm not bothered really. You know. I'm smoking another one. The check-in see it, but I'm smoking a doobie. Fucking cigarette. Look at the daggers we're getting off of these old duppers.
Ron, can you please help me for filming? I don't want to.
Oh no,
No.
no.
I don't want to boarding you. That's why I'm asking Ron to film me.
Okay.
This person. Come on, let's go.
We don't need to stay at old Benjamin, do we? Makes a giant rolly. I just did. That's it.
Hello everyone. Yeah, okay. Hello everyone. This is the fourth time I went to the court just for asking to get evidence against me and Mark. Just imagine, 3 times before the judge asked by the Metropolitan Police, CPA, to get evidence, simple evidence, which is till now, they refuse to provide any evidence related to Section 40, breaching Section 40, which I never done. And they keep me in the cell for 42 hours. They took me in a court, and they, you know, the special thing was, I was in cell for my New Year, the Iranian New Year. I was in cell. This is important for me, and I will sue the police 100% after this actually case. 30th of August, 30th of July, I have a court, and yeah, that's it. I'm just for 4th time the judge asking again. They have to provide the evidence this weekend, maximum till Friday. Right. Do you have anything about your case?
On my case, okay, similar. Well, so your case was being heard. They had to adjourn it because they didn't use any evidence. My case, slightly different. My case comes up.
Hold it a bit straighter. You're covering the mic.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
My case comes up
Yeah,
on the
mind the mic.
29th.
No.
Mic is close to camera.
So my case is on the 29th of October. But part of the preparation for the case is that the police need to release the body cam footage. We've got loads of footage that shows the build-up where you and I are holding the placard. We've got footage that shows the sort of how we're being pushed by the police. We don't respond. The accusation is of assault. We don't respond. But we need their body cam footage. We don't need it. They haven't handed it over. They were supposed to hand it over by the end of June. They haven't. So we did it today. A bit more pressure on them. So the judge said it's 2 weeks. See?
Thank you.
you go. Let's get the fuck out of here.
There would be a couple of
So, another day at Westminster Magistrates called. Fucking sick of it. But we're gonna go for a coffee. Yeah, come, might as well.
Come on!
Come on! Sick of it! So, that was quite exciting, wasn't it? Fuck the police. Sick of them all. Abdul the Bulbul the Boo. He's never got anything constructive to say. Look at them legs. Fucking hell. 8 of them legs. Sick of it. So until next time. Let's cross without getting killed. So I'll have to end the live stream when we get to the coffee shop. But once again, thank you everybody for coming in and showing your support. It's not easy navigating around here. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Right, people, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. I'll probably stick around London actually, and we'll do another one. Fuck HMS. Check that. It's not even raining, but it feels the need. Right, on that note, ladies and gentle people, once again, thank you all.
I'm sick of it.
He's fucking sick of it. We're all sick of it. Are you sick of it?
Yeah.
He's fucking sick of it. Are you sick of it?
Yeah.
He's sick of it. And we'll catch you all on the next one, ladies and gentle people. God bless everybody. Take care and see you on the next one.
So
Let's have a look at the numbers quickly.